Hello and welcome if you're new. Welcome if you're back, if you're a subscriber to my channel, Moon Stage Tarot. I'm Chris. This is going to be part of our new moon series on my channel. And this is for my fire signs. Okay, so each of these are going to be split up into whatever element you fall under. Okay. And if one resonates more than the other, that's totally fine. So go ahead and have a look at some of the other ones. If you've got earth, I think I have earth, air, fire. Oh, sorry, I'm doing fire right now. Earth, air, and water. Anywhere else major in your chart, like moon, rising, Venus, north node, go and have a look at those. Those may resonate more with you this time around, okay? These are not meant to resonate with everyone. A lot of these have been more very specific messages, okay? So have a gander at everything, okay? This is going to be about our new moon in Scorpio. Now, I took this card from my Moonology deck to have a little more reference, okay? This one says, work through your fears, okay? New moon in Scorpio. So we're going to talk a little bit about the scorpionic energy, okay? It's oftentimes about transformation and some of the biggest transformation that you can have. In the traditional tarot deck, Scorpio is represented by the death card, okay? Which just means it's just a transformation, an alchemy of energy, okay? Oftentimes we as humans, and it's totally natural, to fear change, okay? We want stability, we want what we know is coming, we're afraid of the unknown, okay? So this new moon in Scorpio, and something also that I'd forgotten and relearned is scorpions, not Scorpio, but scorpions will oftentimes sting themselves with their own stinger rather than letting another creature kill it, okay? They will kill themselves before letting anything else have that. They're like, no, I'm in charge of my own transformation, okay? So this is really about taking it upon yourself to do whatever it is that you need to do to get transformed, okay? And new moons are oftentimes about, always. When you manifest with the new moon is about your manifestations, planting that seed of whatever it is that your little heart desires, okay? And then later on, continuously doing the work until it, while it germinates. Full moons are about releasing things, okay? Allowing that and creating that space and that room for you to receive, okay? So whatever you left behind in the full moon, you've now got room for this energy for it within this new moon manifestation. Okay, and then the Scorpio energy, it's not new, but it's not old. It's just there, and it's just deep enough to get you to start really understanding. It's a lot about your subconscious work, Scorpios often come off as very mysterious. It's that depth to them. They have this depth to them, okay? They understand emotion to a ridiculous extent. It doesn't always mean that we can express it or feel it as easily, but they understand it very well, okay? So there's this depth to it, and we're wanting to transform ourselves into being better expressions of these emotions, more healthy expressions of these emotions, okay? The emotion here we're talking about is fear specifically, okay? Oftentimes fear is more of our ego side, not our spirit side, okay? A lot of the other signs, spirit was asking them to surrender this egoic emotion, drop into your heart space where you're connected to spirit to manifest, okay? So what do we got for our beautiful fire signs? And I know fire energy very well. I have lots of earth and fire in my chart. So my north node and my rising are both fire, as well as my Venus, okay? All right. Are you guys dealing with an air sign, or do you have air significantly in your chart? Because air got this as well. And you saw me shuffle. That was ridiculous. All right. 32. Have faith in the process. Okay. Theirs was about surrendering. Okay. That's what having faith in the process typically alludes to, is just allowing it to flow, allowing this energy to flow. Okay. One of the biggest things I've noticed about manifestation is we forget to, when we draw up the emotion behind whatever it is we want to manifest, we oftentimes forget to surrender that emotion in order for it to come in, to allow it to come in, to build up that momentum for it to come back to us. Okay. It's a boomerang effect. Okay, so underneath we have Pandora's Gifts. Beautiful. I love these cards so much. They're some of my favorites. All right, 45, that breaks down to a 9, so it's about abundance, okay? Opening that box, not being afraid that you're not going to get your abundance. You are. The world, the universe is infinite. It has everything we need if only asked. Okay, if only wanted. That's really all. But you have to allow space, you have to allow room, you have to have surrender and have that faith in that it's going to happen. Okay. My daughter's a fire sign. Ooh, boy, you guys are often... Not you guys, my daughter, especially. She's got a Scorpio man, so whew, she's very action oriented, which is that fire energy. But also fire is about alchemy as well, you know. Water, conduit, also alchemy, but fire is that alchemy, and that's another representation of Scorpio. The later representations, who is explaining to me? One of the witches on YouTube, Mia Magic. You guys could check her out. I was listening to her take on the new moon and the archetypes of Scorpio, and one of the archetypes of Scorpio being the Phoenix. Okay, fire. You guys have that ability for some immense alchemy happening, some big transformation of energy. Excuse me, you guys. I'm sorry. Some of my other series did not pan out. I have been dealing with this ridiculous cold for the past few days, more like 5. So I apologize if some of the series I had mentioned before have not come to fruition. Also, the dailies, I will start those up again as well, along with my weeklies. I was taking a break for spiritual reasons. Then I got my cold, along with, I think a lot of the Schumann resonance had a lot to do with that. Thank you very much. So just trying to learn to integrate, doing more shadow work. All right, one more. So spirit team. To my beautiful fire signs. Right now. All right. Let's see. I think you guys is going to be a bit different, yes, than our air signs. The Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. Yes. Okay. A sense of stability there. Underneath mountains, stand your ground. More stability, yes. I get the sense, fire signs, with this Scorpio new moon not being your element, water being pretty far from your element. You guys are feeling a little bit, I mean really uneasy with this new moon in Scorpio. And this is telling you to ground yourself. Really, really ground yourself, okay? I think you're really, really wanting this sense of stability. And Spirit's telling you, you need to take ownership of that. But have faith in the process. Really take ownership of this. You have the ability to get stable, to be stable. Okay? And that really calls for looking at what your idea of stability is. I know I talk to earth signs about oftentimes they view stability overall being financial. If they are financially stable, they believe they have this sense of stability, when your sense of stability should not be it's more of an inner thing. It shouldn't be an outer thing. It's an inner thing. An inner alchemy situation. Okay? Your abundance is there. Your stability is there. It's coming. Have faith that it's going to be there, but you need to make sure that you are doing the work that allows this process. Okay? And part of doing that is staying grounded, working through those fears. That makes you think you're not going to have it. Okay? Because if you can sorry. Oh, shadow period of Mercury retrograde. Whew. Sometimes for me harder than actual retrograde. But anyways, if you can cultivate that feeling of stability deep within you and not be uprooted from that, really root it. You really have to ground that type of energy and have it stay, okay? When we're doing energy work, anything you want to bring in, and I speak of surrender and the fact that you need to surrender the idea and the emotion out there, right? But in order for it to manifest, you have to create the root system, okay? Sometimes when I'm alluding to gardening, so forgive me if you guys don't know anything about gardening. Oftentimes I find that with my little seedlings, when I have seeds that I want planted, if I just went out and just shoved them into the ground, I get less than half that actually germinate and produce anything, okay? I've noticed when